Welcome to FinTop Talkspace. In this tutorial, I'll be taking you through building a complete Soroban smart contract in just 10 minutes. So in step number 1, we are going to be creating the project. So I will go ahead to create the project. So in order to create the project, we just need to do Stellar. And then all we need to do is contract. So this is assuming that you've already installed the Stellar CLI. So you're going to do a Stellar contract. So if you do -- help here, so this is going to show you like all the commands that you could run with the CLI. For example, you could init means to initialize the Soroban project with an example, info to access information about the contract ID, to generate the contract ID, fetch to fetch a contract version library to deploy the contract. So we could do all this using the Stellar CLI. So let's create our project now. So we're going to be doing Stellar contract init. We're going to call it the 10 minutes project. So 10 minutes. Yes, I got it right now. So we're going to say Stellar contract init 10 minutes. So by doing this now, we now have our contract. So let's say we have our contract. As you can see here, we have the leap here. So this is our basic Stellar contract. So in step 2, we are going to be defining the contract data structures. So the structures that we're going to be using to hold our data within our contract. So we're going to be creating an enum here. And this enum is going to be called data keys. So this is going to be called data keys. So these are the keys we're going to be using within our contract. And then within this enum, we need a key for token address. So this is the key we need. And then we have to annotate it properly here. So we need to annotate it with the contract type and derive the appropriate method. So contract type is not imported here. So I need to come and import it here as contract type. Let's see. So the next thing we need to do is, of course, create a function. So I'm going to take all this gibberish out here. And then we just need to create a function that will help us take the accepted token form, whoever was going to be the admin. So it's going to be saved in our contract. So I'm just going to do that now here. So it's going to be, so we're just going to say pop font. And we're going to say store token. So this is going to be called store token. So look at what it's going to take. So this is going to be, so you see, so basically here, the store token function is going to be taken. So this is going to be fn. So the store token function is going to be taking the environment.storage.set. So it's going to be data_k.token A with the token A amount, with whatever token A is going to be. So this is how we get that stored. So now we just need to make sure we choose the correct type of storage. So this is going to be an instant storage. There are other types as well, but we're going to use instant storage. So, and then here also we need to pass this as a reference. So I think this will be full. I think everything is fine. So in most cases, you also want to provide like make sure that the admin, you want to also store the admin, which will be authorized. So we need to have something like admin.require auth to make sure that the admin is authenticated before the admin will be able to store the token. So, and the admin also need to be stored. So you need to kind of like have a token admin that has to be authenticated and store this. So let's leave everything as it is. So now the next thing we want to do now is actually to define the client that is going to do the transfer. So we need to set up an utility function here called pop. We need to make sure that this is run within this grid. So we need to say pop grid. So this will only be executing within this space. So we need to say fn, and then we need to say transfer. And it's going to be transferring to our contract. So we say transfer contract. And then this function called transfer contract is going to be taking the amount. So basically what we need here is we just need the address that is going to be making the transfer. So we just say user making the transfer. And then I think that's all we need for now. So let's go define this function now. So what will happen is that we need to click what they call a token client. So I'm going to show you how that looks in a moment. So we're going to create a client. So we're going to create a client here. So this client is going to be a token. So client is going to be a token client, new token client. So we need to also import the token here. So we need to say token. And we use this token to create a token client. So the token client is going to take the reference to the environment and the token. So the token here will be gotten from you remember we stored the token here inside of this, so we just need to take this. Instead of set, this is going to be get. So we're going to be getting this value here. So this is what we're going to be returning. So it's going to be env. So we're going to be getting this address here. So it's going to be env.instance, but instead of set, we need to now get, and then we'll be getting that key. So this is what we need here, but we also need to unwrap it as well. So this one will return the address of that token for us. So let's see if everything is fine. So we see here, so, okay, we're going to get this fixed. So the next thing we need to do is, after we do this, we now have the client. So that means we can use the client to now do a transfer. So we can now say client.transfer. So in the transfer function, we want to transfer to our current contract. So from where? From the user to, so the to is going to be, so we also need to use like the env. So it's going to be like env. So we're going to transfer to, so it's going to be from the user to the, so our form is going to be this. So we're going to transfer from the contract, and then we also need an amount here. So we're going to provide an amount. So this amount will be, for example, we can do pi 1 to 8. So this is what we'll pass in here. So this is going to be the amount that we transfer. So you see, so now, so you just need to make sure that everything is being, you pass by reference. If I'm going to see like some errors here. So everything is fine now. So we have our transfer to contract function. So we need to just put like true to make it like really show what it's actually doing. So transfer to contract. So now we're going to define the final function, which is going to be collecting the tokens from the user and storing it in the contract. So we need to say this is going to be like donate. So pop fund. This is going to be called donate. This is our final function, and then we're going to say, okay, this, so the user, I think we don't need to create the token client in this function, so I'll just take all these ones out. So all we need to do is donate, and we need to say transfer to token, so we need to say the transfer to contract function. So this is going to take the environment, the user, and the amount. So you see, so now we have the function, so they can now donate to our contract. So you see, so we can also withdraw it also by doing a transfer to the opposite of this. So we can say transfer. So that function will definitely just be like this. So if we want to withdraw, so we want to say withdraw to an address. So we want to say transfer to another. So still the same token contract. So that, but now we just need to change this argument now. So instead of that, the contract will be the one being at the to side. So we now have like the contract being here at the to side. So then we need to put this other one here. That's all. So this is going to transfer from the contract to that user. So this is the opposite. So if you want to also define a method here that will donate and withdraw, so you just need to define another public function here. So this one will be called withdraw. And withdraw is also going to look like that. So it's going to be transferred to another, and we're going to see it here. So this is our simple contract. I think it shows you basic what you could do, like transfer XML token. And then here you could store. We could also upgrade the contract to also make sure that one of the keys here will be the admin account. In most cases, you will now have the admin here. And this admin can be authenticated with an initialize function. So you could initialize the admin at first, so that even when you have the admin here, you can still check. But I'm going to leave that for now. I want you to try doing that. So try creating an admin here, and then have a function that initializes this admin. So that, and that function should do it once. So this is your own assignment. So by having an admin, I'll let that function signature be in such a way that it will panic if the admin has already been added. So you could try doing that. So let's build our project now. So we're going to use Stellar. And then it's going to be contract build. So this is going to build our contract. So you see, it's finished building. So when we check inside of our contract, we're going to check inside of the target, and then you see a release here on the wasn't or no, not known. Look at it here, hello.wasm has been produced. So this is your very first contract. I think it shows you a lot. It shows you how to transfer tokens. It shows you how to kind of like store your data using enums and the storage. So thank you for listening.